Hi, Susie. Thank you for making the time to meet with me and discuss the assessment results and the intervention plan for your son, Doug, which is 10-year-old with mild intellectual disability. And he uses sign language with his verbal language because of articulation deficit. And he receives accommodations at school, and his current academic level is of grade 2 student. So, Susie, you contacted us because Doug is showing aggressive behaviors towards you and your husband and two of his brothers. He's punching, slapping, kicking, and some other aggressive behaviors. Each time he has instructional activities, and we basically will use direct observation to record data about the frequency, how many times he is engaging in those aggressive behaviors, and that will help us to make a more knowledgeable decision regarding his treatment package. Susie, so you helped us record the frequency of the aggressive behavior Doug showing during a day, because you recorded him 3 times during the day for 30 minutes using our pre-coded recording form. And I would like to show you how we graph the data and what we found. So I want us to look together on the graph, and please, if you have any questions, just ask. So the y-axis shows the number of aggressive responses he had during instructional activity or any other activity that he had during the day. And the y-axis shows us the days you collected data for us. And if we will look together on day number 1, you can see that the empty circle represents any instructional activities, and during that time he engaged in 1.5 aggressive behaviors. During the other activities he was engaging at, he had 10 aggressive responses, which basically show us a high rate of aggressive behavior, which can put you and your family, and especially Doug, in risk of getting hurt, and really need to decrease those levels. Also, you mentioned in your notes that every time before Doug was kicking his brothers or doing or engaging in some aggressive behavior, he was looking at you, waiting for your reaction, and then acting out his aggression. So we can also assume that his behavior is reinforced by social positive reinforcement, which means that he enjoys the fact that you comment or respond to his aggressive behavior. You previously mentioned that you use different strategies of reinforcement to decrease the aggressive behaviors of Doug. You used check marks every 30 minutes if he was not engaging in problem behaviors, and so he could accumulate those by the end of the day and exchange those for a snack. You also mentioned you tried differential reinforcement of other behaviors using a token card, but all of those didn't help Doug to maintain low levels of aggression. And I was thinking to combine the reinforcement-based treatment with some punishment component, so it will show better results. So I set on your phone an app that will help you count the 5 minutes interval. The only thing you need to see is if Doug engaged in aggressive behavior through those 5 minutes or not. If he didn't engage in aggressive behavior, you give him a poker chip. He needs to collect 3 of those, and if he gets 3 of those, he can exchange it for some high preferred reinforcer. If he is engaging in aggressive behavior, you stop the timer and you take him physically to designated place that we created in your living room with the partition. From the one side you're sitting, from the other side Doug is sitting. You are not interacting with him. You are waiting for 3 minutes. This timeout is for 3 minutes, but 3 minutes without loud and unnecessary vocalization and without any aggressive behavior. Only then he can come out. I decided to used this treatment package because I looked into the literature and I found 2 articles that actually support the combination of punishment and reinforcement, specifically with exclusionary timeout. One study is from 1999 of Key and his colleagues when they studied the same topographies as your sons. Annie was a 10-year-old with profound intellectual disability, and they needed to manage her aggressive behavior. So they contingently praised her and used also physical touch anytime she was not engaging in aggressive behavior, and she was taken to exclusionary timeout each time that she was engaging in the aggressive behaviors. Second study from 97 from Olami and his colleagues talks about Jenny. Her intervention was consisted also from reinforcement and punishment to decrease aggressive behaviors. Um, and this study also shown a maintenance of 0 and very low rates of aggression through time with the combination of the package treatment.